Hi, my name is Josh Doherty, and I want to talk about my instruction lesson plan on general biology, specifically on the lesson called Cell Membrane and Cytoplasmic Structure. And my objectives for this lesson are the following. Learn about cell membrane and the difference between cell membranes and cell wall, know the different cytoplasmic structures and their functions within the cell, and learn the different transports that cells use to transport ions and molecules. In order to do this, my lesson hook will be having the students to imagine a city with a giant wall. And this is an allegory to, or an analogy, I should say, to talk about the cell structure and how each building, so to speak, represents the organelles that work together to keep the cell alive. And this will give the students a hook in order to get their attention, make it engaging. So once I do that, then the following instructional strategies I will use will follow. First, I want to use graphic models, seeing that they can actually see and visualize the cells and their organelles. And visual aids are very useful, and this will also give them a pre-instructional activity to warm up the students' minds. This gives them an idea on whether they remember this stuff from high school or not. And then I will be using lectures in a fun and creative way by using PowerPoints and multimedia such as videos and visual aids. After all, it has to be engaging, and cells can be fun if students can see the structures, if they can see how it works and make it engaging. So, speaking of engaging, I want to use engaging activities such as non-graded review quizzes. And what fun way to actually quiz students by playing a little review game, especially when it can help them with biological terminology and information. By quizzing the students, I can supplement classroom lectures to increase higher scores in exams in the long run. And during the lecture, I'll also have study groups to discuss course content and what such things are important. And in order to test the minds on whether they have learned these things in the past, I will use a pre-assessment that's called the cell organelle do now, which basically will show students how much they know about the knowledge of structure of the cell structures. And it's basically a review sheet in which they can work on to see how much they know about the cells prior to college. In the end of the class, I will give them a short review of the material, and on the next day, I will give them a quiz to see how much they remember the lesson. And finally, at the end of this unit, I will give them an exam to test their knowledge. And after the exam is over, I will grade the exams and see whether they understand the material or not, and discuss about them at the end of the exam. And then differentiation strategies, I can assign tiered activities to allow learners to work on the same biological concepts, but with varying degrees of complexity. Some people may learn better than others, and this can be done by finding text on the topic in many levels and various readability levels, and this helps them to learn in different ways and better pace. And to end my lesson, I will go over the exam and review it with the students and ask if they have any questions about the lesson, and ask them if there are any takeaways from the lesson in the future. And finally, I will review and summarize the lesson to refresh some pointers. And with that said, that is how I will be able to teach the lesson in the end of at the end of the course. That's how I will be able to teach them about cell organelles. And that will be the end of my lesson. So I hope this is good information for all the instructors, and have a good day.